When it comes to cars which have been specifically designed for their target audience, you don't get much better than the Honda Jazz Crosstar. This model takes the basis of the Jazz with all its practicality but also its compact size, and it adds some SUV styling. So we've got some extra cladding, some extra design, a slightly lifted ride height and also some roof rails for even more practicality. But it still has the compact size of the Jazz, which makes it easy to drive, but it also fits in your average garage due to being pretty slim, one of the slimmest cars that you can buy on today's market. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you all about the Honda Jazz Crosstar. This is the model that sits at the top of the Jazz range. So if that sounds good, then please keep watching. And if you like new car reviews and car content, well, you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Any further questions or queries that you had about the Honda Jazz Crosstar or anything else in the Honda range, then you can click the link in the description box and you can chat to our sales team at Colchester, Ipswich, Bury St Edmunds and Cambridge Honda, part of the John Banks Group. Firstly, however, let's start by talking about the styling of the Honda Jazz Crosstar, because as I mentioned, this puts a little bit more of a rugged package on the Jazz. You've got cladding around the wheel arches and all the way down the side skirts of the vehicle and actually surrounding the whole exterior of the vehicle. This not only gives it a slightly lifted look and a more rugged appearance, but it also aids to practicality. So if you live anywhere with slightly rough terrain, it will stop you from damaging the paintwork. You're simply going to bump onto the plastic instead. It's also had a redesign around the front. You have a slimmer honeycomb grille in the centre, but also this part of the lower grille is also slimmer than on the standard Jazz. You get this piece of silver plastic which runs along the bottom of the front and also once again down those side skirts. And you also get more prominent fog light surrounds. This colour is the top of the range colour, so this is the white pearl. The Jazz Crosstar is available in 4 different colours. The standard colour is a pearl black. You also have the option of an upgraded frosted blue, and you can go for the really nice flame red that they do in the crystal paint colour, which is so iconic to Honda. And then top of the range is this pearly white, which looks fantastic when the sun is shining. When it comes to alloy wheels, Crosstar gets the largest 16-inch alloy wheels, which are actually unique to this particular model. They're finished in this very appealing, almost flower-like design, where you have darkened chrome and also gloss black. You get matching gloss black door mirrors and also door handles as well. And not to mention, you also get those roof rails which aid to the practicality. Not only can the Jazz carry a lot of stuff in the back, which we'll talk about in a moment, but you can also mount on a roof box if you needed that extra space. So what about the interior? The Crosstar has the most premium interior within the Jazz range. It features a leather effect across the dashboard, which runs behind the steering wheel, on the steering wheel itself, and also on the door cards where you open and close the door. Not to mention also on this centre armrest, which comes standard with the Crosstar. So all the places that you touch and feel and come in contact with. The rest of the car does feature some scratchy hard plastic, so on top of the dashboard, on top of these doors, and also lower down on the dashboard. This, however, isn't necessarily a negative thing if you want to keep it clean, because they're easy to wipe, and as I mentioned, you don't come in contact with them, so I don't think it's too much of an issue. And talking about keeping the vehicle clean, they also have a very clever seat design, which features these fabric seats which are water resistant and stain resistant. So if you spill a coffee on these seats, you can simply wipe them, which I think is really smart. You also get this fabric down the centre, but this leather effect which has this almost kind of chromatic design to it, which looks really smart. That runs around the centre of the seats. These are also heated, so they're going to keep you nice and warm in the summer, as well as the steering wheel. The climate control functions inside of the Jazz are really easy to find, and they are physical, unlike many models nowadays. They simply sit here underneath the touchscreen, and you have controls for your fan speed, where your fan is going to be angled at, and also your temperature. Something else which I think is really smart is the cup holders. Not this cup holder right here, this is just a normal cup holder. But on either side of the dashboard there is 2 cup holders, and these sit in front of the fans. You see, on a cold day you can keep your drink cold by using the air conditioning, but on a hot day you can keep your coffee hot by using the fans. It's really smart, and I've only ever seen this in vans rather than in cars. Let me know if you know any cars which have this down below. You have a really easily laid out touchscreen which features 2 physical buttons. So you have a home button and also a back button. Built into this screen you have Apple CarPlay, which is wireless, and Android Auto, and you also have satellite navigation, which is built in. It's not the brightest screen, but it's easily laid out and it's really easy to find all of the functions that you may need to get to, including all of your settings. You also have some shortcuts which are just featured along the bottom as well. This steering wheel in the Honda Jazz Crosstar, this is a 2-spoke wheel. If you go for a sportier model, then you do get a 3-spoke. And everything is really well laid out. It's all within reaching distance. You can even reach the glove box nice and easily without even having to really stretch, which is difficult to say nowadays. Usually things are really far apart when we have these massive SUVs. So it's nice to have an SUV styled vehicle, but for it to still be quite narrow and you be able to reach everything. You have 2 USB chargers down there and also an old school 12-volt charger as well. And in the centre console you'll find your electric handbrake and also an econ mode to put you in your most efficient mode. It is a very clever design, but what else is clever is the engine. So why don't we get it out on the road and I'll tell you what powers the Honda Jazz Crosstar. All right, the moment of truth. We've seen what the Jazz Crosstar looks like and how incredibly practical it is, but what's it actually like to drive? Underneath the bonnet, you're looking at Honda's well-proven hybrid powertrain. This system typically combines a petrol engine with electric motors, and the primary benefit is efficiency. You'll certainly notice its frugal nature, particularly in stop-start urban traffic, where it frequently prioritises electric power. The slightly raised ride height of the Crosstar compared to the standard Jazz does offer a marginally better vantage point, which some drivers will appreciate, and it helps to manage typical road imperfections pretty competently. The suspension is clearly tuned for comfort, meaning that most bumps and undulations are handled without excessive harshness, contributing to a relaxed journey, particularly over longer distances. It's not a sports car, but it doesn't pretend to be. Instead, it offers a predictable and stable ride. Inside of the boot, the Crosstar gets 304 litres, which is a little below some other hatchbacks on the market, but it's right on target when it comes to full hybrids. So things like the Toyota Yaris Cross, that has just under 300. So it's very, very practical. It also has a super low load lip. This is really low down, so you don't have to haul large items over a lip. You can simply just pick them up and pop them in. It's also really good if you've got small dogs as well, because you haven't got to lift them far off the ground, and most dogs should be able to jump from that height. You've also got the plastic which covers the bumper, which hopefully means if you are getting dogs in and out of the boot, they're not going to scratch on the paintwork. But this also isn't the whole story, because yes, there's 304 litres of boot space in there, but actually where the practicality for the Honda Jazz goes above and beyond all of its competition is something which Honda call the magic seats, and those you'll find in the back. They get their name Magic because not only do they lie completely flat, which gives you a flat load area through from the boot, really easy for loading in larger items like boxes or even a wheelchair or even bikes, but they're called Magic because of a different function. They actually not only lie completely flat, but they also come up completely like this. Now, if I do it to the other one as well, then you will see this completely transforms this area of the vehicle. There is so much space between the back front seats and also the top of the roof. So if you had to load in Longer items, for instance, if you had a potted plant that you'd gotten from the garden centre, then you could place that in this part of the car. It just gives it so much configurable amount of space. It's also really good for loading in mobility items as well. But if we put these seats back down, what are these like if you just want to use them as standard seats? Well, let's find out. Just as standard seats, they're very good as well. I've got a decent amount of legroom. They've contoured the back of these front seats, which means you get extra legroom. I've got a good amount of headroom, not the most, as you sit up a little bit higher in the back, but I still feel very comfortable. I also have access to 2 USB-C ports, which is interesting because it's only USB ports in the front, so it's nice to have the option of the 2 different devices. You also have ISOFIX fitments on both of the outer edges. The only thing that the Jazz Crosstar is missing is a centre armrest, but I think with all of that practicality it's not an issue. You also have storage inside of the doors which will easily fit a small water bottle. There's a reason why so many customers go back time and time again to buy a Honda Jazz. It's the perfect combination of being compact in size and easy to manoeuvre and fit in your garage, but also having big car energy when it comes to practicality. There's not many cars who can fit a wheelchair in the back, let alone the added practicality of that boot space and the roof rails on the Honda Jazz Crosstar. The Crosstar just elevates the Jazz even further, aiding to its practicality in the styling and the way it drives. But let me know, what do you think of the Honda Jazz Crosstar? Pop it in the comments down below. If you had any further questions or queries, or if you wanted to take one for a test drive for yourselves, then you can do that at John Banks. I'll pop the details in the description box down below. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more from John Banks Reviews, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, see you later.